Little grinding yesterday. I used to be level 17, now I'm level 18 and a half. Christopher learned, and this is what I was asking him to do. He learned a move that can hit all enemies on one side, which is awesome. And it hits a lot because he's a hard hitter, so I'm very happy that Christopher is, what is it? Pleasing me? It's the opposite of being a disappointment. Appointing me once again. I feel like pleasing isn't the right word. Like, inspiring is wrong. Yeah, he's being the MVP. Once again, he's doing the most. Alright, so what we need to do...
Seems like you can use the shoe here.
We got the rainbow water. And we need to give Paulina back her shoe because we're good. She helped us out.
Do you want to land here, Crispin?
Yes.
I already got something on an island in the south, but that was the only place so far. Huh. Yeah, I'd say surpassing my expectations.
Something dreadful must have happened.
Because, like, I was already satisfied with him being a strong spell sword tank. Which is, like, three classes. Spell sword is technically one class, but it's technically also two classes. Hard hitter and a hard hitter with magic. And a tank. And now he's a hard all hitter.
Half of it, Miss Paulina. Do you mind? Of course, of course. Make yourself at home. We should be safe here for a while. Thank you again, Mr. K. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't saved
Yeah, we would have
us.
been stuck in a time loop fighting the Empress for the rest of our lives.
The action was consistent with my nature.
Oh, that's his face without the robot mask.
How do you mean?
I am not entirely sure. The relevant entries appear to be missing from my memory.
Oh no,
banks.
he's a robot with amnesia.
You're one of those witnesses, right? Do you know Paulina and Buki?
Buki? Oh, right. That's me. It's nice to meet you, dearie. For the first time? Maybe?
I really love Buki's voice acting, but damn does she talk slow. She's kind of like Pi in World's End Club. Great voice acting, just really slow talker.
I do detect something familiar about them, but I cannot recall our specific relationship.
Like all the... yeah. All of the... Oh, I need to make you guys smaller. I always forget that part, but it's good when it's easy to fix. So like, let me think. Oh yes, all the witnesses seem to have big problems with what they've done. I don't know. For Paulina, it's just she's been alive so damn long, she just hasn't bothered to remember. It almost seems like it. Buki's lost her body and her memories with it, and then the robot is missing files in his memory banks. So everyone has some sort of amnesia. Paulina's kind of like, she just decides not to remember. It wasn't important enough. Definitely not your stylist.
Although I wouldn't mind finding out who was.
What I do love is that each witness is completely different. Like, she's a statue. Buki is like, well, okay, once again, they're all metal kind of robot things, but they're different enough.
While I appreciate all the catching up, I think
There's
we
more
should allow
differences
Crisbell
than
and her friends to
similarities.
sleep.
Or if we've seen a robot with amnesia before. Well, in World's End Club, they were all fucking faking.
We'll resume in the morning.
There was not a single robot who actually forgot anything or did not know what was happening. They just didn't tell anyone.
Alright, that's enough rest. We still need to get those mineral samples to Mr. Rojo at the cathedral.
If that is where you're headed, then I shall accompany
Yeah,
you.
be our team.
Great. I knew we could count on you, Kay.
What exactly makes you want to follow us around?
Whatever, Wilhelm. At least he'll do more than you do.
I have unfortunately lost the data that was supposed to be stored in my memory banks.
I hope no one's
I will
faking.
need to begin accumulating replacement knowledge about the world as I search for the cause.
Okay, he just wants to go on a journey of growth.
I am certain I was created with a purpose. I wish to discover what it was.
Something at the Rainbow Lake, I can only imagine.
So, you want to find out more about who you are and why you lost your memories? I suppose that makes sense. Just try not to get in our
No one's gonna get in our way, Wilhelm.
There is no need to worry. I have significant combat capabilities.
Oh, look at that smile. He actually looks kinda, what is it? Fun to be around.
My darlings. Feel free to come back anytime.
Okay. Okay, so I can switch people out and see how that works. Oh, I can't switch out Cris Bell. Well, clearly. He doesn't even have magic. What the hell? No equipment, nothing. Oh my gosh. What do you do? Powered blow. Skilled war, hand to hand. With the powered fists, he can deliver multiple attacks in quick succession. Single. High strain. Constantly builds up heat. Qua. Juggle. Oh, we can move an enemy from one side of the screen to the other. That's ridiculous. Physical. He's a physical. I guess he's our monk. Yeah, he's basically. This is K and he punches shit. That's what he does. Impact strikes. Throws multiple blows at a single enemy for 2.5 seconds. Oh my god. I need to try this. Augments his speed moving. 2 after images. 1/3 a chance to hit him. Wow, 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 wow. What level are you? You're 18. Okay. Overcharges for a moment, releasing a small spike that strikes a single target. Lightning damage. And then we got other things to learn, but he's got a few elements. Mainly he's physical, of course. No, he literally just has lightning. That's okay. We might be hurting without poison, but I think we'll deal with it. Oh, nice pizza. Maybe, nah, I don't really like. I was thinking I could buy a Walmart pizza, but I'm not into it. Excuse me. Yes, what kind of pizza did you order?
Isn't Rojo waiting for us in the cathedral?
Cathedral. Pepperoni. Da da da. There are wolves here.
Monsters!
They must have found their way here from deeper in the mines.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities.
Sure, you're on the team. Because they want to be the same bear. There can be 2 Kurokumas. I'm pretty sure it's Kurokumas. Impersonation.
My style of combat is different than that of a typical.
No, you're just a monk. Calm down.
My body is constantly being supplied with crystal energy, so I do not use mana. I have great speed and stamina, allowing me to strike many times whenever I attack an enemy. However, whenever I attack or use a skill, my heat level rises. As it rises, I become stronger, but there is also a risk of overheating my systems. Let us proceed to a demonstration. Press the button each time I begin to glow to trigger additional attacks. Whenever I attack or use a skill, my heat level rises. As it rises, I become stronger, but I also possess the ability to change the positions of enemies. By using my
I wasn't ready for a tutorial, but I should have been. I don't know why I wasn't. There you go, little man.
Now, let me demonstrate my impact strikes. For this attack, press the button repeatedly. Try to...
Oh, that's hard. That's really tough. That's really tough.
Now, let us finish disposing of these errant monsters.
I love dominoes. Oh my god. Whoa, that costs a lot. He's gonna attack again after this? Hmm. No, that's terrible. This is awful. This is terrible. That's too much punching. And yet Christopher gets it all done in one shot. Okay, you're a cool creature, but Christopher just handles everything so well. Christmas Crunch. Okay, well that's him. I need to analyze enemies. Maybe I could use him like... Not gonna lie, I'm not big fan. I think I would use him after I'm in an area. Wilhelm is more useful because he can hit more people at once and he works with Crispell. By himself, he sucks. But with Crispell, he's great. Wilhelm is great. I'll have to see.
Crispell, what do you want to...
I want to record our
Yeah, I'll just save, please. So it's cool. New team member. Let's go handle this crystal business. Let me get some new powers. Let's go. So clearly, since there's bird people, there's gotta be cat people. We've got horn people too, so like dwarves and stuff. And the bird people are racist against the immigrant dwarf people. There's gotta be cat people.
Well, I see you're as good as your word. It's nice to see that someone around here is.
How long do you think the repairs will take?
I don't imagine it should be
Cat
too
boys.
long. Just hold on tight.
Okay, I'll just hold on tight.
And there we have it. Good as
What
new.
the heck? Was that like 2 seconds? I mean, not literally. How long did it take you?
This is Impressive hand.
Yes, Mother Superior, you should hire the dwarf people. They can do dwarf things.
It worked! The mural is fixed!
That's super useful.
Crisbell, why don't you try approaching the altar now? It's working!
Why is it so sad?
That leaves just 2 more cathedrals to visit. One in Cinder and one in
Oh, we get to
Crystallis.
go to Cinder?
Although, I think we still have a little bit of unfinished business here.
Totally. We need to go to the salt mines.
Uncle Wilhelm, there
Hey,
you are.
Risa, what the fuck?
Oh, hi, Risa. What are you doing here?
She just said she was looking for me. What is it, Risa? Is everything okay?
Not exactly. A memorial service for Mom is about to start. But I'm worried that our dear Auntie Rawless is going to try something.
Probably.
Lucio and I haven't found any concrete evidence to use against her yet. But after what we all saw in the museum,
That's true. We haven't seen her throw freaking a woman in jail, in museum jail. We just assume she did it.
no, she had something to do with Mom's
And
death.
probably has. We have to check some things
I see.
out.
Crisbell, I knew Gladys for a long time. She was more than just a close friend. She was like a sister to me. I'd really like to attend this memorial.
Oh, you don't have to
service.
beg. We're going.
And maybe we can help straighten out whatever's going on.
Sure, Wilhelm. I mean, we fixed Chris's family.
Say no more, Maestro. We understand.
We'll fix your family too, mummy boy.
And Risa, of course we'll help.
Great. The memorial service is being held at the Orowitz Mansion on the north side of town. I'll see you all there.
Let's see.
Oh, Master Wilhelm. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Sorry to disturb you. I was hoping you could take a look at
I've gotten no side quests since I've been here, so I'm a little... Ooh, sus
Where did
sticker.
you find this book?
Nice.
Do you recognize it?
I do. This was Gladys's diary, but I thought it had been left to Arvo and Irva, the twins.
Yeah, I've seen those twins.
The twins?
Yeah, we saw them.
Indeed, that's why I wondered where you found it. I assumed they would have kept it safe.
No.
We found it inside the museum, destroyed.
I see. And you found it burned?
What is it?
It's Arvo and Irva. I'd heard they were asking about the forbidden collection at the university. Specifically about the unknown arts.
Well, everyone knows twins are evil.
Unknown arts?
Forbidden magic. Necrotic magic.
Oh, really?
Magic that plays with the life force of others, binding it to use in twisted ways. Like bringing the dead back to
Maybe
life.
that's what they want to do. Oh, no!
Why would they try and
It's
burn
Full
it?
Metal Alchemist.
A sacrifice, perhaps? A powerful connection to a powerful spirit? Or just to change its appearance?
They're totally Full Metal Alchemisting.
More importantly, how do we open it?
Only in a very peculiar way. You need Gladys's ring to open it. Gladys never preferred traditional methods.
Okay.
I would suggest you look at the university. Maybe you can find some clue as to what they might have
Okay,
learned.
so I think going to... Yeah, equivalent exchange. Going to the funeral is asking for trouble. We need to do quests again to make sure we get the best ending for this town. And this looks like one of the leads we have.
That's not much to go on.
It's all we have. Thank you, Mother Superior.
I hope you managed to find what you're looking for, Master Wilhelm.
Last time, of course, it was going to the cathedral to prove that Enzo was taking money for himself. So that's what we're gonna do. Right now, our only quest is Bitter Memories. Her passing was a shock to everyone. We need to go to the university for Bitter Memories. So let's see if we can pick up any more quests.
I hate that Risa. She barely even goes to mass, but was still always Mom's favorite.
Oh, is that your sister? Teresa.
I told you, there's nothing that I can't repair.
I believe you, old man. Old man Rojo. I'll see you there when we have proof. Our sacrificial Alphonse. Probably Risa. She had quite a few children, if I'm looking at that right.
Cris Bell, what do you want to...
I want to record our
It's nice that they do have save files. I do understand why, based on the game being so time focused. Or decision focused, that's what I mean. Thank God it isn't time focused, like, I don't know, Majora's Mask. That's kind of what comes to mind. Let's just head on to the university. I don't know if anyone else is really having problem. Oh, there's the girl who needs clothes. I wonder what I could do for that girl who needs clothes. She's gonna be all cold in the future. Da, 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 da.
I recognize some of these things. Normally when I pass by a city, all the people and things have disappeared into the flow of time.
Huh?
Maybe this is a strange question, Mr. K, but does that mean you don't have any
Is that what you extrapolated from that?
I have had many friends, but it is not the same with me as it is with you. Once I really know a person, that is enough for me. Then I move on.
Huh.
That sounds really sad.
I don't feel that way. After all, humans have such short lives that there are always new people to know.
Oh, okay. Old robot.
Nothing to see here, kids. Move along.
Like, why? Oh my god. That old master there. She's gonna be cold in the future. There we go! I knew she'd have a quest. This is the girl who's gonna be cold. You're poor and cold, aren't you? Aren't you a little cutie?
Another Sindarian. In Tulira?
What? Sorry. I was just... Slow down. Take a breath. Or pass out, I suppose.
What are you guys being so mean about?
I'm so sorry. I was just... Looking at Joseph. What? No! Is it that obvious?
What are you people?
Only for those with eyes. You've clearly been staring at him.
Ignore him. So, you're in love with Joseph.
See, there you go, Christopher.
Shh! He might hear
Aww.
us. Doubtful. He appears to be as focused on himself as you are on
Yeah.
him. No! That's not how Joseph is! At least, he didn't used to be.
What do you mean? We were very close when we were little. He was actually the only one who treated me nicely when I got
Aww.
here. I just don't know what's happened. Do you think you could speak?
Yeah, we gotta fix your relationship or the future of this town is gonna be garbage. So,
Well, he was my student. I suppose I can talk to him. But that's not the Joseph I remember.
fine.
I know he's changed, but deep down, he's got to be the same person.
We'll see, Soul.
It's just that ever since his mother
Oh.
it's all that Oroitz's woman's fault.
Wait, their name is Oroitzitz, not Orowitz? Oroitzitz?
Gladys?
No! Miss Gladys was so supportive of him. Up
I mean Rawless. I see.
Oroitsis. I still like Oroitz better. Oroitz sounds more right. Oh yay, food soon.
Sacred duty. Humoring a lovesick girl whose notable skills include staring at people for an uncomfortable
Okay, Wilhelm, we get it. You're
and
asexual.
misplacing
We
mirrors?
got it.
Stop. Things never get better when you speak. I'll go talk to Joseph.
Damn. I get it. Wilhelm's better with social situations.
It's been a long time, Joseph.
Master Wilhelm, you're back? Are you tutoring anyone else? Risa could certainly use some help.
Oh my god.
She's been
Oh my
since
god.
her mother died.
Joseph hurt. Sheesh. I mean, your mother died, so I guess you get it. But come on, we gotta go through some grief stages, you know. The memorial service is like right now.
Has she also forgotten her manners?
Christ.
Or is that just you?
Whatever.
What do you want?
From you? It appears you have nothing of any worth to give. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Then go away, fool. Who asked you to come back anyway?
Goodness gracious, you're just making enemies for no reason.
You can't.
He's got his swords out.
Words won't work.
No. No, of course words won't work. That's why Christopher's got his shields out.
However, there might be something we can find to help change his attitude.
What's that?
But where do we
A
start?
pendant of his mother?
Saul said Joseph hasn't always been this way. Especially not with her. Perhaps we should see for ourselves. Matthias?
An excellent idea.
Okay. Oh.
Joseph, stop
So
that.
that's Gladys.
Why are you
I
treating
knew
Saul?
and didn't know.
That's not like you.
She's been everywhere. She's helped everybody. She's so cute.
But mother, she's a Centaurian. The twins were mocking me for being friends with
Man,
her.
you barely changed.
It doesn't matter where she's from. You know that. And since when do you pay attention to what they think anyway?
Punch to the head.
Ignore all of that. Do you like this girl?
I do. A lot.
Aww.
Then stop being such a ridiculous brat and go to her. Here, give her this.
A mirror?
A very special mirror. If you focus, it can show you a vision of the future.
Oh, we gotta show him the mirror.
It's not working. Wait. I see. We look happy together. Very happy.
Aww.
You see? Now, if you're quite done being so profoundly foolish, I suggest you go find
Oh, hairbrush time, honestly. I keep forgetting.
I really like her.
Okay, I can go back now, right?
He used to be a nice kid.
Oh, he was learning.
Still, something is missing. And where's that mirror? I want to have a look.
I have the mirror. We have the mirror.
That must be the mirror Soul said Rawless took. I think it's the mirror we found.
Yeah. Man, she's been putting a bunch of bullshit in that museum. It's a little crazy.
Interesting. From what we've heard, the mirror was imbued with powerful magic. In its current state, though, it's worthless. It needs to be repaired.
We could ask Rojo.
No good. He's got his hands full repairing the mirror.
No, he doesn't. It's done. Was I supposed to do this earlier?
Then what about his son? Rojizo, I think it was?
Cris Bell's right. Maybe we should try talking to him.
Oops. Out of sequence.
Then let us speak with Rojizo.
Bro's busy. No, he's done?
Oh, you're the outsiders that Dad gave the tools. What can I do?
Oh, your name for real is Rojizo.
Hello, Rojizo. We were wondering if you could help us fix this mirror.
I'm not as skilled as Dad, but I'm pretty good with glass. Let me take a look. Interesting.
It's not like anything I've ever seen, but it's familiar. I think I've read about this in a book before. Is this a magic mirror?
Correct. You're well versed in Tellurian artifacts.
He could have guessed it's a magic mirror. I mean, there's magic and it's a mirror. Come on. The fact is, why wasn't it given a better name? Like, I don't know, see the future mirror or something.
Do you think you can repair it?
Magic mirror is a
most
guess.
Everything here, but I remember thinking you would need something peculiar to create a mirror like this.
What's that?
So, to fix it, you'd need that too. What was it?
I suspect you're thinking of rainbow water.
Rainbow water? Yes, exactly. I had forgotten.
See the future mirror.
Wonderful. What you have forgotten is only the single most important component. This does not bode
Wilhelm, why are you such a jerk to people?
However, let me give you some
What?
insight.
Oh no. Here's wary.
Agua prisma, or rainbow water.
Agua
A crucial
prisma.
component in the creation and repair of certain objects imbued with time magic.
Okay.
Because the rainbow water itself is infused with the magic of the mineral pools, it is uniquely suited to contain the powerful time energies required.
Jerkhelm.
Oh, interesting. So, can you get some of that stuff?
We got it.
Indeed. We already gave your father the samples he required. Getting more will be no trouble.
Great. I'll get everything ready, and we can start when you bring back the sample. Don't worry, your mirror is in good hands.
Oh, I literally have to go and get more? Oh my god. Is there any more quests before I go off to do things at all?
I remember how she was always kind to everyone in town. She even brought me medicine when I was sick.
You seem like you'll make it if things get better. Because you're happy in the future. You're a cat lady.
Hello, travelers. I'm here to offer you an assortment of...
Got a tent. Anti-charm. Drinks. CP. I could get some more flasks. I could buy a flask or two. Do you not have them? Well, alright. Fire-based attacks deal 10 times more damage. Magic attack to physical damage he does. His HP. I wonder why would they went with he programs. He pronouns. I wonder why. I've seen that as a literary thing is like correct, but I wonder. It seems old-fashioned. Sapphire necklace. Aerosol. Resistant to poison. Oh. Toxic keychain. Nah.
Hello, travelers.
Cat girl. Cat girl. I have money for Crispo. Awesome. Shield is the ultimate shield. The Royal Bastion. Lightweight yet indestructible. Woo woo woo. Wonderful. Now Christopher is actually unstoppable.
Gladys was a great...
We will not pay our respects until we can respect her properly. Quest! Yes, Drina.
Is there something bothering you?
Does she look like she's bothered?
What? Oh, please, don't bother me. I'm working on something extremely important.
It better be pretty important if you're gonna talk to my friend like
Ooh.
this.
Sweetheart, when I'm doing will change the future of Never Tilira forever.
What are you gonna do?
That does sound important, I guess.
It is, darling. If you insist, I'll tell you about
I
it.
insist.
I'm going to change how our floats are designed for our annual celebration of the war.
Okay.
That is literally the least important thing you could have named.
Damn.
I'm not being hyperbolic. There are no less important things than that. None. I almost respect that.
I know! Isn't it amazing? This will be life-changing.
Dream
for
NSP.
Even better.
Even better.
Since I know I've made such an impression on all you kids, why don't you help me shape that future?
Sure, Drina.
Why?
Because then you'll do it? Splendid! I asked for ribbons from all over town, but not everyone has given me their contribution yet. If you could all just scoot around to Lyra and grab those.
You want ribbons?
But we...
Time is wasting. Go on.
We gotta help her, or this town will be in a terrible state.
But...
Stop. Don't bother, Cris Bell. We've been outmaneuvered. Let's just get her ribbons and be done with this.
Let's go, Wilhelm.
That sounds magnificent. Let's see. The store owner promised me a ribbon. So did some of the university students. Brandon has the last one. He's by the central monument.
Oh, I talked to Brandon. Brandon, university students, and store owner.
I'm sure it won't be any trouble for you, strapping young.
Anything for you, lady?
It's too bad that only memories can be preserved in sapphires. I guess no one can live forever.
Memories, huh? Whoop. Yikes.
Hello, travelers.
We need to talk to her, and it's right here.
Hello, Elizabeth. Do you have any decorations for a parade card? Miss Drina said you had a ribbon for her.
Oh, the decoration Miss Drina asked for, Meow. You're collecting ribbons for her?
You could say that.
Oh, then here you go. Meow.
Meow. Green ribbon. And then we can talk to Brandon. Good thing I have a memory for names. I've learned it since I started working my childcare job.
Hello? Excuse me, mister. Are you the one that was supposed to give Miss Drina a ribbon for her float?
What? Oh, sorry. Yes, I was supposed to give it to her. Guess I dozed off here instead.
Why are you so sleepy?
Here, you give it to her. It was already enough trouble making the damn
You had to
thing.
make the ribbon? And why are you so bitter about it? I thought she was asking for... Never mind, she probably forced you. Oh, who's pink?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of things to do.
Oh my god. The funny part is how she convinced these people to do it, and then university students. It is pretty. He did a really good dang job. Anything for you, sir?
Lady Gladys was always a philanthropist. Half the things in the museum were donated by her.
Dang.
Hey kids, can you help me out? Excuse you? I've been looking for a ribbon. A pretty ribbon. Something really fancy. I mean, it has to be fabulous, you know?
You amaze me. I mean that.
What he was trying to say is, we're helping Drina decorate her float. She said you promised her a ribbon?
Oh, we completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. Could you please hand this to Miss Drina for us?
Wow. That should be all the ribbons.
That's all of them. Let's return to Drina.
Well, first I need to talk to the people in the university about something.
She was a good person. She even liked natural magic.
He's making an apple float. Is that natural? Someone said, how should we show off natural magic? Anti-gravity magic apple?
Clues?
Yes. Yell if you see a large box labeled clues. That'll be it. Let's search
Well, it's good when Wilhelm is being a jerk to Christopher. It's funny. But for anyone else, it does not work. Oh, you mean this? They probably mean this. I hope they do.
There is nothing of interest.
Never mind. Thanks for arriving, Frog. I was waiting for you. She's just here doing... talking. There's supposed to be a person here, but it's just her talking. How about over here in the future? Wait. Come here, Frog. There you go, little man.
What's this?
A projector.
Matthias?
I'm so mad. I hate being prompted to do something I already figured out. Oh, wow.
Perfect state, as expected.
Nothing of interest here.
A projector with Gladys's image.
A hologram. A recording from the past. Of Gladys.
Activate it! Activate it!
Activated, activated.
So there you go. Do you have the ring?
Together. So you go to huh?
It appears it's been partially corrupted.
Where did you put the book, Irva? I hid it in the museum, idiot. No one will look for it.
Oh, you guys separate? Separate?
Are you sure?
Oh my god, they're the same.
Pretty sure. What about the ring? You'll love this. What? You know the statue in the middle of the plaza? Obviously. I stuck it in a small hole under one of... No one is going to find it there.
A small hole under the...
Nice.
I think they tried really hard to make an exact copy, but there's little differences. Aside from the hair.
Huh? Wait, we left this thing on.
The projection ends there.
So the ring is in the statue in the middle of town?
That doesn't seem too difficult.
Let us go, friends.
It's probably still there because no one's ever found it. Unless they have it. Doubt they do. They put the book in a museum and they put the ring in a statue. That's actually pretty good. Let us proceed. A statue. One or the others. It's either this one or that one. No? Wait. Middle? Was it this one? What is that, really?
Must be around here.
Well done, Crisbell. Will you do the honors?
Of course, Maestro.
Let's see what's inside the book.
Let me take a look at it.
Book reading the diary.
I decided to try again today. They're my children. I can't give up. I'll get through to them, no matter what it takes. I had another discussion with Arvo and Irva today. Although it turned into more of a fight, to be honest. I tried to talk to them, but they just wouldn't listen. Still, I've got to find a way to get through. I'm at my wit's end. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I think I'm going to try putting them in charge of the new renovation fund I'm establishing. Maybe if they see for themselves how our money is improving the city, it will change their perspective. I told Arvo and Irva about the fund. For the first time in a long time, they didn't argue. Maybe we are making progress.
Seems like their relationship was bumpier than they let on in public.
This also seems like an unlikely way for a dispute to be resolved.
I agree. This probably wasn't the end of their troubles.
So, what should we do now?
Perhaps we should speak with the Mother Superior again. And tell her we were able to open the diary.
Okay. Alright, we need to go back and get more rainbow water. We got the ribbons for Drina.
Drina, we've got your ribbons.
Oh, magnificent! Now for the final touches. There we go. It's done. Come on, let's move. This float can't be in the parade alone, right?
Huh?
Wait, what?
I'm an artist, not an entertainer. My genius takes place behind the scenes. Anyone can ride the float, and that's you.
Oh, wow.
I guess it wouldn't hurt. What do you say, Cris Belle?
I suppose we can help Miss Drina with this. What harm could it do?
Then it's settled. On to the show.
Huh? Floats! I guess Wilhelm wasn't interested.
That was magnificent. People couldn't take their eyes off my float. I knew it would be a hit.
Wow.
It's a new era in parade technology. Soon I'll be the one in charge of the whole parade.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you all hadn't played your tiny, almost inconsequential part.
Oh my god.
Right. Anyway, you mentioned,
Exposure.
Of course. Here, my gift to you.
Oh.
Well, I'm certainly glad we were able to help Miss Drina. And riding on that float was kind of fun.
What a curious experience that was.
Oh, look at him
But
smiling.
I cannot deny it was enjoyable.
His face. It's like, yay.
That's enough reminiscing. We still have more important matters to attend.
That helped the town? Okay. I think that'd be great for him. If we ever use him, it just would be good for him to have.
Gladys was a great friend to Wilhelm. We should...
You didn't say where, so I don't know where to go. Anyways, more rainbow water. Anyone else have quests? Anyone else I haven't talked to? The inn exists. There's a house over there. There was no one in the museum. At least there shouldn't be. If we go into the house, that's where they're having the funeral. Pretty sure about that. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, there's oh girl, museum curator.
Thank you, guys. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't helped me.
This is how you dress on a usual basis, huh? She seems so young. She seemed much more confident as a child. And she's alright as an adult. She's fine. Wow. Okay, should go ahead. Rainbow water and going back to the diary stuff. I don't think we'll have to fight when we do the diary stuff, but maybe we will. I'm not sure. Let us go. Load screen. Off we go.
Shall we make a record of our adventure?
I want to record.
Yes, please, and thank you. 4 slots, huh? Excuse me. If we do the rainbow water.
Seems like you can use the shoe here.
Sure.
I'm glad she let us keep it for now. Rainbow water.
Do you want to land here, Chris?
Yes.
Alrighty. This way.
So, we need a sample for Rohiza, right?
Yes. I think one will be enough.
This should be no problem. Just let me in.
That's it.
This sample should do for Rohizo.
My young friends.
What is it? Look out!
Oh, we got enemies to beat up. Oh, these guys again. Oh my god. 1 second. Oh, you're gonna go first? Oh my god. Oh, we're almost done with you. Cool. All done. Some more of that.
As always, local wildlife objects to our presence.
Right, why?
But we're not the bad guys. Why do we always have to fight monsters?
That's a reasonable question, Christopher.
This is their home. We're trespassing.
Are we? Because we'd make less of a mess if they didn't bother us.
Is it such a mystery? Here, we're the monsters.
So why did they have to be a hero and attack us?
Well, when you...
No, it's still a bad reason.
I used small words. It helps. And try to remember, there are 2 sides to every battle. Neither thinks they're the bad guys.
Should we not return to Rohiza?
Yeah, let's go. I don't want to be the monster here.
Poor Chris. Oh yeah, we got poisoned. Whatever, I don't care. Jump for star. Jump for star. Go.
Seems like you can use it.
Sure.
Poison, 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 poison. Done.
Do you want to land here, Cris?
Yes.
Good thing we just walk it off. Solve the town's problems while we're here. Rohizo.
Rohizo, we have your water sample.
Just in time. That's all I need to finish the repairs. Give me a second.
Man, they're quick dwarves.
There you go. As good as new.
Soul mirror.
Impressive work.
I might not be as good as my dad, but I know my way around these things.
Dead.
Thanks a lot, Rohizo.
Now, let's go see if we can talk some sense to that Joseph guy.
No, but whatever.
You again? What now?
Well, as your old mentor, I wanted to give you something. A reminder of the old days. When you were less...
Disgusting.
this.
What a joke. And how do you figure? Wait. Is this
What do you see?
my future? I'm alone. And she's alone.
Yeah.
Yes. That's because currently...
You're an
you're
ass,
an
and
ass,
she's a
and she's a
fool.
fool. Things will need to change. You'll need to stop being such an ass. This, in turn, will prevent her from being a fool for thinking you're worthwhile. Or continue being insufferable. You'll die alone. More tragically, so will she. Your choice.
I don't.
Tell her how you feel. Who cares if she's a Sindarian? What does anyone else's opinion really matter?
You're right. After my mother died, I was lost, rudderless. I needed someone, anyone I could find, to give me guidance.
I assume you found Rallis?
She appeared out of nowhere, just when I needed her most. She rambled about things that only Mom knew. She kept saying that we needed to distance ourselves from some people, unworthy people. The more she talked, the more it made sense that the only people in Tulira who weren't unworthy were us, the Orowitz.
Orowitz. It's Orowitz. Someone said it wrong.
We have power, riches, respect, and they all hate us. Everyone.
Not everyone. Not Soul.
She still believes in
That's
me?
what we were talking about.
She believes that there's still good in you.
Of course she would. That's Saul. I've been such a fool.
Agreed. You are an idiot. Now go and apologize to her.
Christ.
I will. Thank you, everyone. I'll do better. Be better.
Brush.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to beg for forgiveness.
Yay, clothes for her.
I'm so sorry.
You are an idiot.
Oh.
And you're gonna make it up to me. Even if it takes the rest of our lives.
Holy God. Well, that problem is solved, and then we've got, well, that's it. Grand Carnival, unlucky low. Okay, now we need to go to Party Heads to the Rings, Lab, Birds of Feather. We need to show her the diary, don't we?
Shall we make a record of...
I want to record our progress.
I wonder if she's here or if she's at somewhere else. Sorry, didn't press the A button. Had a good sneeze. Gotta do another round of brushing in a bit. Excuse me. Oh, they're all out of here.
This sensation.
I told you.
Okay. Well, what a waste. I guess that means she is at the ceremony. Should have listened to what the quest was talking about. I figured she'd still be here, but they're all at the ceremony. Still wonder about this little corner over here, even though it's going to be another load screen.
Hold on.
Yep. Blocked. I think we're all ready for our good ending then. These were barely fetchy, just because I got all the stuff beforehand and we had the forethought, thank you game, for keeping it with us. Because it looked important. Yawn. I have another sword later. I like the fog. Love in the future. Shopkeeper might be fine. Found everything we needed. Save.
Shall we make a record?
I want to record.
Second slot. And after everything and we make our second decision, I will make a new save slot for the next area. Need to decide who would be in charge on this time. The twins argue a lot. And Teresa hates her sister. Rawless and then Mother Superior. It's like I need to...
I don't really like being in places this crowded.
It's alright, Christopher.
They appear to be mourning someone. I have observed this behavior previously.
Gladys must have been a pretty important person. It feels almost like the whole city is gathered here.
She was everywhere, goodness gracious.
She was the head of the Orowitz family. She had a kind heart that cared for everyone, without distinction. And she always put the well-being of Talira first. She was a good friend.
It's starting.
Family and friends, We have come together today to mourn the tragic loss of our beloved matron, Gladys Orowitz. May her soul find peace in the warm arms of the lady. Lady Gladys was an inspiration to us all. I'm sure we each have many stories of her selflessness and kindness. So today, although we mourn, we should also try to celebrate a life well lived. I ask that everyone please come together, take a moment, and share your happy memories of Lady Gladys with each other.
All right.
Knowing her, I'm sure she would rather be remembered with smiles than with tears.
Aww.
So what do we do now? Let's go talk to Uncle Lucio.
Sure.
Master Wilhelm, I'm happy you made it. Gladys would have wanted you here.
I'm glad I made it too. Risa let me know what was happening. Have the two of you made any progress on your investigation into Rawless?
Some. Supposedly she was Gladys's cousin, who had been living abroad. Almost no one here seems to remember her, although both the twins vouched for her. I checked and I was able to find some holdings in her name, but I couldn't find anyone who actually recalls seeing her.
Yeah.
No one saw her kidnap Franny either. If we were to confront her now, it would just be our word against
That's
hers.
what I was thinking.
And that's where the trail runs cold, I fear.
I see.
I would ask Gladys about her, but one can't interrogate the dead.
Uh-huh.
Maybe there's something I can do to help with that.
How so? What do you mean?
I think that's Lady Gladys I see in the past. I may be able to use time magic to find out what she's saying.
Leave it to me, Cris Bell.
Alright, upstairs we go. Come on up, man. Thank you.
It warms my heart to see the city prospering like this. My children seem to think I'm invincible, but I won't be here to guide them forever. I suppose there's only one thing left to do. Time to go finish that will I've been working on.
The will? She made a will. Oh wow, how foreshot.
Probably tell Mr. Lucio.
Forethinking. There's a will somewhere for who she gave her stuff to.
Cris Bell, did you learn anything useful?
I think so, Mr. Lucio. Did you know Lady Gladys left a will?
I knew she started working on one once, but not what became of it.
My friends, we now have a special announcement. Lady Rawless wishes to address the group.
Today is indeed a very sad day.
Hey, that's the bird lady I saw. I think.
Hey, Buki.
But the Orowitz family must move forward. I'm sure that is what Gladys would have wanted. And to that end, we do have some business that needs to be resolved. The family needs to choose a new matriarch. Before her tragic death, my dear sister Gladys made me promise that I would take care of the family if anything happened to her. She was quite insistent that the family fortune be protected and stay within the family. So, it is with a heavy heart that I nominate myself for the role.
Jesus Christ.
That woman kidnapped my Franny.
And she plotted with the Empress.
And she came out of a magic portal and smashed the mirror.
Okay, that sounds crazy.
And she...
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Buki, are you saying you saw what happened?
Yes. No. Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
I'm sorry, dear.
Yes, I know.
Maybe Rawless disassembled her to prevent her from telling the story.
If we can find the missing components, I think it should be possible to repair her.
Wow, okay. Talk about being reliable.
Do you know where the rest of your body might be, Miss Bookie?
Why wasn't that a priority?
I'm not entirely sure, but I can still feel around them a bit. They're somewhere salty.
Oh, they're in the labyrinth.
Full of
That sounds like the depths of the salt mines. Let's go check it out.
Yeah. Hey, Enzo.
Just hold tight, Gladys. We won't let this woman ruin your legacy.
Alright, let us proceed. I nominate myself. Well, let us leave the funeral. Go to the salt mines. And, yeah, it's really silly. Let everyone argue about who's going to be the next matriarch. I've been streaming for about 2 hours, 30 minutes. But you have a good... I'm going to keep going for another 45 minutes. Anyways, but I've only streamed Cris Tales. I'm doing the last bit of this city. Need to go to the salt mines. How's my inventory? I could rest at the hotel. I mean, why not?
Welcome. A warm bed for everyone? It's only 200 marbles for the room.
That would be great.
At your service. Come with me.
Yes.
I'm not running a charity.
Yes,
here.
I know, Innkeeper. You're not going to give me a free health potion. I'm nearing it. Okay. Cool. To the salt mines. The salt labyrinth. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
The entrance to the mines is to the west.
I know, Wilhelm. You've been keeping me from going there all the time. Okay.
Let's go find Bookie's missing parts.
You got it.
Oh, thank you all so much for doing this for me.
Well, it's better than you stuttering all day. Goodness gracious.
Oh, perhaps afterwards I can bake you all some cookies.
The witness is actually a witness.
I want to record our
That kind of kills me. Okay. 45 minutes? I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'd be able to finish it either, but I'll see.
Oh, I see them. Some of my parts are right there.
What do we got there, Bookie? Oh, her pearls.
Ah, my pearls. Oh, it feels so good to see them again. Once I'm all back together, I'll have to find a proper way
Yes, yes, you'll have to thank us. How's it going, my guy?
Young ones only know how to complain. It's an honor just to be able to work.
All you do is complain. You're a boring old man.
Great display, Cris Tales.
I've been doing this. Into the mines I go. Oh, sheesh, there's been people back here? I've heard about them, but I haven't heard about them. No one's mentioned them. Welcome to the salt mines.
The last time I came to this area, there was no cavern here.
These mines have been around for generations. How often do you pass by these places?
And what?
I do not measure my life by the same timescales that you do. It is rare for an event to occur that is interesting enough to merit my involvement.
Oh my gosh.
What would be an example of something that's interesting?
World ending?
For example, when a time mage comes to the lake with the head of a witness in her bag.
Yeah, I hear you, Kay. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing that happens that often.
All right, that's enough chit-chat, everyone.
Again, if you restore it. Oh my god.
Indeed. I can sense the faint signal of a witness down here. It must be Buki's remaining parts.
Well, go get it, Kay. Yeah. He's cool. I don't love his style, but he's I like his visually and how he is as a character. I don't like his fighting style enough. I'll see if I can experiment with him later, but right now... I did it! I don't know why I thought restore was the right answer, but I did. Booyah. I'm very bad at tapping my controller as well, so I mean, if I could shake my controller or anything, God. Oh, I scanned her, and then I was like, I hit her once, and I was like, nope, not winning this one. And just let her kick my butt. I'm just like, let it be. Especially when she did 9,000 damage. I was like, yeah, that's the end of that game. That was fun. I suppose. Epic. No, 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 yes, 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 yes. Go ahead, give me a good slap. Drain mana? You've gotta die. Normal. No, the physical. Okay, well, I'm glad I fixed that up. It's just that one. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. Sorry, just checking. It still thinks it's baby. Whoa! Hit it harder! I don't remember exactly, but I feel like it was an extreme amount of damage that was a lot. I don't have the patience to grind in this game. I don't. So, I just have to deal with things as they come. Plus, ooh. Big jar. 500 HP. I have no one but Christopher with 500 HP. Stretch. Let's go, let's go. Oh, it's these guys. Let's just go ahead and do that now. Yeah, take that slap. You're going to hit them. Cool. Boop. Weak against fire. Okay. Cool. Clearly not. Nah, I'm good. I'm making it. The items are helping a lot. Like, what is it? I just have stuff on Christopher that just makes him a magic freaking powerhouse. And I focused a lot on him lately, so he's the guy who does just about everything I need. Okay. Antidote. Cool. Keep on walking. Oh, I think I was talking about this area's battle theme yesterday, that it's not as good as the first towns, the first areas. It's like I said, it was 5 items used. Oh my god. That would be amazing. Oh, there's a... Okay, there's a bug over there. We need to get rid of that. Oh, it's gonna do stuff. I don't want to pass. I just want things to happen. Go ahead, be a bug. Not the fire. Alright. Confused. Intrigued. Wait, what was it? It was basically normal, anything at all. Okay. What did I say? Yeah. No, not Chris. You can't be Chris. We can't handle you being Chris right now. Yeah. We can't handle that. Hey lady. Yikes. Oh, throw fire at her. Something. Eh. I'm not really sure. Keep throwing things. I expected so. It's something like that. Go back to being baby. Go back to baby. Oh, reek. Yeah, sorry. Ugh, parrying, goodness. Okay. Keep punching her. It's working. Just slowly. Excuse me. I'd like to just punch her. Which Cris? Hey, Toph. Oh, I didn't like his... I don't like doing, spamming. And I think he'd be very good, but I gotta give him a try at a later point. So I don't like his battle style. I like him. It's kinda cool. So trying to poison us. It's your life, right? I don't like the button mashing at all. Cool, that took 50 years. I really don't. I do like how he can juggle people on screen, and I think he'd be a very good match for Christopher. Because if Christopher can hit multiple enemies at the same time, that would be great. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to go down and get that thingy. I didn't. Just being silly. Another battle ahead. Wow, you're a big guy. Can I make you a smaller guy? You attack them down there. I wish this rolled over. Critical. Okay. That's a lot, but it's fine. Cool. Oh, good. Yeah, they're going much quicker now that they're like this. Yay, sapphire ring. What does it do again? Oh, physical damage. Okay, so that's for Crispo. I already have one on her. Amber ring is for him because he needs to recover HP. I don't attack with him often. And you don't have magic. So, if I make a decision... Silver ring. Sapphire. But that would be like 2 HP for Wilhelm. That'd be terrible. I'm thinking about it. I'd have to see about K later. Sure. Sapphire, sapphire, amber, and you can have this. Whoops, excuse me. You can have this. There we go. Goodness gracious, menu. Menu's fine, it's me. No judgment, but that is a very funny way to spell physical. Oh, that's so funny. I like it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, Cris can handle that over there, and I'll handle this over here. Perfect. Defense down. Good for you. Skills. None of that. I don't know. Throw fire at him. They're basically ghosts, so. Wow. Hit him! But then they transform and then they can be hit by physical attacks, which is very silly. Put on this makeup just so I can get punched in the face better. I need that. I should have picked it up. Steel wrist guards. Excuse me. It's up here, isn't it? Defense and magic attack. Alright, well, let's see how it looks on Christopher. -3 to regular defense, +2 to speed, and it's worth it. Bronze. Oh, sheesh, you're still wearing bronze. -4 speed. I mean, you're already the slowest. I don't really care. And then, of course, you can get the hand-me-down. All good, all good. Well, they got their job going. Hey, it's a thingy. Let's get the thingy.
I'm glad we found it, but it looks like someone's been here recently.
You conjure regrowth.
Judging by the blue crumbles, I'd say the miners have been digging up and grinding small sapphires into
In a
dust.
sec.
But why would they do that?
A long time ago, there was a group of people in this area who did the same thing. They used the dust for
What kind of rituals?
How long ago was this?
1,246
Woo.
years.
I should have known better than to ask.
What now? Oh. It's more you guys, please. Oh, okay. That is interesting. Oh no, it's Christopher. That is so interesting. Okay. Oh, throw fire at him, okay. I feel no remorse from hitting it. There we go, all done with that guy. You can beat yourself up, can't you, Chris? With, like, I don't know, thunder. Freaking almost. Poison. Yay, poison! Hey, hamster. Ugh. Trying to open this thing. There we go. Sunflower seeds. Last forever, you know. Alright, fine. Here we go. Ooh, any status ailment. Perfect, finally. They could have saved on the antidote. I'm sorry, I meant to go this way now. Oh. Oh, there's 2 tunnels. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Oh. Oh, cool. Ooh. No. Eh? Wait, it's only for Wilhelm. I remember that crap. Huh. We're in the salt mines and we're trying to put Buki back together. Even though I think we should have made that a priority earlier on. We're doing it now. That water? Oh, it's broken. There we go. There we go. There's a duder over there. Okay. Oh. You come here and fix their whole livelihood. Goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, well, we still got more to fix. Oh no! I need the treasure chest. Dang it! Life is okay. Just another Tuesday. Oh. How about you, Hamster? How's everyone doing? Oh, we got the water guys again. Who are weak to fire. Probably. Oh, never mind. Nothing matters to them. We just have to hit them. No. Skills. Keep hitting it. There. Is that a cicada? Oh, right, it is summer. I was in the mood of the salt mines. It makes me think of winter. Oh. Blob. I can't wait for Fire Blob update. Rainbow tea.
Hello there.
Oh, I forgot to listen to him. Him and his dog. Now we have better jar. And better potions. Okay, I'll buy like 5 of those. I don't want a tent, because I need to spend that money on 8, 9, 10. 20. I mean, might as well use up what we got. It's good to have 10 of something. Things I'll never use anymore. I'm glad I did never use them in the first place. Yes, indeedy. Thank you for the better things. Alright, now I gotta restore this. Sorry, dude, but you're gonna be trapped in here for the rest of your life. Get that star. Oh. What have we got here? What a waterman. No more blob. Oh. Okay. Pass. Cool. Nom nom nom. Alright, and then this one needs to be lowered. And we are solid. There's someone back there. What are they doing? Nice. Turn to the base. Excuse me. Oh. Hello. Cool. Nice, another one. I guess Crispell's second in command here. Minus defense, plus 2 to speed, magic attack. Never mind, it's for Wilhelm. And then I can give the Iron Gauntlet to you because it's just better. That's fine. Potata. I don't know. I think you're good. Might as well waste them. Spent my marbles. Use my marbles. Bookie's body?
Oh, there's my body. It's not much to look at, but I am rather fond of it. Oh, thank you so much, children. This whole thing has been such a gosh darn ordeal. Oh, pardon my language.
Oh.
Let's return to the cathedral. We should be able to reassemble her there.
Sure. Who was back there watching us? Whatever. Yay, teleportation. Yay. And we fixed the salt mines. I don't know if we needed to, but we did.
Crispell, what do you want?
I want to record.
Children. I love Bookie's voice acting. She may be a slow talker, but it's really good. A kind lady, a kind old lady, like a granny.
Give me some time, and I will see if I can reassemble her.
It's so nice. Grandmama.
I'm my old self again.
Oh.
Oh, what a relief.
Oh, you're a statue too.
Thank you, children.
But like, you have a really nice mask.
Miss Spooky, do you remember what happened when you first saw Miss Rollis?
Oh, yes, sweetie. Let me just get my memories back in order. Oh. That's too far back. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, no.
What is it?
I remember now. Two people came here. They sprinkled sapphire dust around and chanted some kind of ritual.
Oh, it's the twins. Nice.
Then that Rollis woman appeared and said something like, "My resurrection can only be completed by..."
Oh?
I'll stop you right.
Hey, Cardi Hudo. You're back being yourself.
What?
Yeah, you're the one who basically beat me up with a pet. That sucked.
Don't be an animal. I'm not here to get my own.
You gonna throw more pets at us?
But I can't allow you to put my client on the spot. It seems like you went to a lot of work rebuilding this machine. I guess I'll let you have some fun with it.
Is she talking about me?
The Empress gave me this device for something else, but I think I'll make use of it here.
Okay.
It makes old technology like this go haywire.
Oh, man.
Intruders, I must defend the brood.
Oh. Oh no, she's gonna fight us. Spooky fight. Look at her. Oh, 1050? I think I can make it through. Alright. Let us proceed with this fun boss battle. I did save, so good on me for saving. Just in case I'm unable to finish it in like, I don't know, 15 minutes. I hope I can. I hope it's not a 15-minute long battle.
It's going to be nice decorating the cathedral with your bodies.
Oh man, you're bold.
You can try, you crazy robots.
Careful. The mask seems to be an important part of her fighting style.
Uh-huh. The mask? Why? Can I just hit her? Okay. Hitting her does work. What's that? What's that about? What's with the noodly hands? Huh. There's little differences. What's going on? Oh. Okay, I don't think we can hit her with magic anymore. But that's okay. I'll just I'll do a little scanner. Do a little scan him. I bet she slaps. No. Oh, okay, it's not actually like I'm actually good. That's good. Ooh, temporal limit. That's a pretty big chunk of damage too. Wow, we're nearly there. Okay, witness in charge of the Cathedral of New Avitalira. Normal. Weak in the future. Her attack gets a little astronaut. Her magic attack gets a little lot. But she's weak to magic. A lot of magic. No to poison. Okay, so her right now, the spectral, is weak to magic. She's healing. Why? Oh, I guess I'll catch you later. Okay, goodbye. When? I guess so, okay. Yeah, let's give it some water. No more hand. Well... Okay. Let's just prepare ourselves in the future. Please come back out so I can fight you some more, ma'am. Ma'am? Oh, there you are, there you are. Good to see you, good to see you. I missed you. You're good to hit as long as you're there. Wonderful, wonderful. Did that count as a move? Okay, perfect. We can do some, I don't know, water. It doesn't really matter. Ooh, burn would be cool. It's all critical. Immune to anything. That's fine. Ah! Wasn't paying attention. The hand is about to do hand things. Good for the hand. We can't hit her. Any more support I could do? Defensive. Explosive. Throw it. Did something. I messed up, sorry. Gross. More fire, I guess. You wouldn't think, but it's working out. Oh my god, you can't even hit her. We honestly might as well pass. Waste some time or something. Well, now we can hit her. Or no, we don't. We just wait around and have a nice day. I guess I could heal Cris Bell. Wanna do some healing? Just gonna have a nice day. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for visiting. Have some water. Finish with water. More water. Yay. That was no problem at all. Though interesting, no problem at all. Was 6 minutes? Especially when there's a turn where nothing happens and it just like, well, I guess I'll heal or something.
Is she dead?
Well, we didn't hit her face.
I am not sure that death is the right concept. Her systems have crashed, but she is rebooting.
Enabling startup sequence.
Ooh, hot dogs. I need to go to 7-Eleven pick up a hot dog sometime.
Consciousness protocol initialized.
Consciousness, huh?
Oh, dearie me. What just happened? I'm so sorry.
I love how there's like the old grandma, but she's still a robot. So she has her little robotisms.
Yes, I think so. Maybe.
Oh my god, were you always indecisive?
What about our memories? Buki, do you remember what you were saying about Wallace?
Yeah, are we not gonna be interrupted by Hondo again?
Oh, yes, I remember. She said, my resurrection can only be completed by trading one life for another.
Oh my god.
Then the true bird people laid something down in the circle of sapphire dust, and one of them said, Arvo, I brought it. This is Mom's hair.
Yikes, they resurrected basically an evil woman in trade for their mother.
There was a flash of light, and then that Rawless lady stepped out of a portal. She laughed, and then she smashed the mural. I tried to stop her, but she tore me apart.
Christmas crunch.
I'm sorry, my dears. That's all I can remember.
That's a lot and plenty.
No. Thank you, Miss Buki. You've been very helpful. Come on, everyone.
Let's go to the police. The children are doing black magic. Arrest them. Juvie. I'll save when I get to town. I really even more like Buki's design, especially her spirit. Like, it's just really good. Great design character. All the characters are well designed, but yeah, I'm just impressed. It's very nice, very cool. I don't know why, because there's parades and, like, I don't know, masks and spirits. Definitely getting a New Orleans vibe. Big time, even though it's cold as heck. It's just, you know, New Orleans.
Oh wow, look! It seems like the parade is starting.
We were on the parade. What are you talking about?
Indeed it has.
What are they celebrating anyways?
The anniversary of the final battle from the First War. Many people died repelling her first assault on Cris Tales. This parade is to honor their memories.
And now, she's building another army and trying again.
Yes. If we don't find a way to stop her, this time it could be even worse.
If she succeeds and that vision comes true, the cataclysm we saw at the lake, most of the world will be destroyed. We have to find a way to stop her.
Well, first we'll tell everyone that Rawless is a demon. Summoned. And not family, technically. The sword is right there. There we go. That's the sword I want.
Shall we make a record?
I want to record a...
Level 19. I'm really surprised. Like, I felt like this game was gonna be like, oh, to be in like the second or third town, I'd be like level 30, and I'm like, I'm still in teens. I'm leaving teens, but I'm still in teens. So, I think it's really well handled. The beginning, I was just not very good at. Who was I telling? Risa? Yeah. You didn't make her head of family already, did you?
And that's what happened.
That is quite the story.
I can't believe it. The twins? Arvo and Irva?
The beginning was tough, but that's... I wasn't used to the thingies, the controls.
So what if we were?
So it was like maybe the expectation was that I'd get good really quickly at that reaction stuff, and I'm like, nope. Won't get it till a good few days.
Not that anyone will believe you.
Yeah.
Why would you do something like this?
It must be so easy being you, being Mother's favorite, the obvious heir apparent.
So you gave it to somebody else completely just so your sister wouldn't be the heir?
Didn't you ever notice how Mother just kept giving away our fortune?
Yeah, to people who need it?
To the museum, to the poor, to the refugees. The city prospered even as we were diminished. We needed someone strong to lead the family. That's enough, Arvo. We don't have to answer her.
They are evil. Evil twins and spiteful.
It doesn't matter, Risa. It's too late. Rawless will be the new matriarch, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Sure we can. Put you in jail.
We need to go tell everybody.
Unfortunately, it's still just our word against
Well, then bring Buki here.
They do not seem to appreciate the concept of a family the way the other members of the clan do.
We need some sort of hard evidence to prove they are lying.
Crisbell, didn't you say Mom was working on
I thought we were gonna look for the will.
At the memorial service, Rawless claimed that Mom wanted her
And
to take over
ugly.
the family.
Alright, Hamster.
But if we could find the will and it said something different...
Do you have any idea where she might have kept something like
In the
that?
fireplace where Rawless probably burned it, but I don't know.
Not really. I might have an idea. A long time ago, Gladys gave me something for safekeeping. She made me promise not to peek at it. I stored it in a secret compartment in my house. I think there's a chance it could be her.
You gave it to some rent. Well, it was in better hands than her fucking family. That's for damn sure. So she made the right decision, actually.
Let's go check it out. We'll be right back, Risa.
Wow, she made a really good choice. Who would have thought? There's a lot of time to do the quest out here. That's really good. A little back and forth in here and there and after. Got my save. We'll save when we come back from Wilhelm's house. I mean, I can go through a talk again. It does not bother me. If I happen to lose my life. 11:02. Yeah, we'll go get the will, bring it back, and then that'll be it. We'll see what happens after, but that'll be it for today. Okay, you said, huh? A drawer in your house? This house has a great song too. Over here. I'm looking for explanation points, that's all. Like, I really like the music here. What's with the wrench? Why are there wrenches everywhere? Huh? Huh? Gladys's testament.
This is Gladys's will. Let's hurry up and show Risa.
What? Oh my god. Wall. I'm sure we'll look at that hologram later on in our lives, but it's not important now, apparently. It's like a different version of the map theme. A minor version and slower version of the map theme. And it's really good. Love Wilhelm's house theme. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Going forward, back and forth. Walking back and forth. Saving just in case they talk a lot. Let's see what they've got to say. Oh, there must have been... Okay, so his house was ransacked because they were searching for the will.
Sir, but the majority has agreed. Rollis is to be the new
Y'all got things started while we were gone for what, 5 minutes?
But you can't.
Looks like we made it just in time.
Master Wilhelm and friends, what are you
We
doing?
were here earlier today.
We have proof that Arvo and Irva are guilty of conspiring against the Arwitz, and were directly responsible for the death of Gladys.
Oh. I don't suppose you have any proof of that.
Okay.
Yes. We found Gladys's will.
You what?
Of course.
Let me see that. This does indeed appear to be Gladys's signature.
Yes, whatever.
As to what it says, this part looks like standard legal boilerplate. And then, it is my greatest wish for the Orowitz family to continue using its wealth for the common good.
Aww.
It appears she is leaving most of her wealth to fund renovation projects around the city.
Yay!
That does kind of sound like Mom.
The rest is to be divided up equally amongst the family members. And that's...
But not for the fucking twins?
It appears there's no
Dang
mention
it.
of you at all.
It's just not Rawless.
That's because...
You're not family.
It's because you're an imposter, a phony, a fake.
Who are you, really?
Who am I? Who am I?
Ooh, they're getting heated.
I'm Rawless. I am the first of the Orowitz blood. I am the one who led this family to greatness.
Oh.
You're not even half the woman Mom was, and you can't have this family.
All of you are fools. You should have just left well enough.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If this is a boss battle, I have to go. Yeet.
If subterfuge won't work, I will take back my legacy by force. You're coming with me, girl.
Oh, kidnapping. Whoa, that's such good animation. Gosh dang it. Oh, okay.
Risa! Oh no, we need to find her.
Duh.
Christopher is right. Let's head out into the city and look for them.
How you guys doing?
You won't get anything from that diary. Besides, it's not like anyone will believe you.
I can't believe I used to teach you kids.
No, Risa! Please help us, Master Wilhelm!
Okay, well, that's enough people. It is beautiful artwork. Save your girlfriend, Christopher. Alright, let me get to this save point, and it'll be, yep, time for more stuff tomorrow. We'll have to save Risa.
Shall we make a record of our...
I want to record our